Hey, yeah, hello, fellas. Frankie Dave back here again on YouTube. Today on YouTube, I have part 4 of part 2 of speedy197's group build Cold War jet aircraft of the 1950s. Gee, folks, I'm really kind of sorry that I haven't been on YouTube very lately. I've been too busy taking care of other priorities around the house, so I got that all squared away and out of the way, so that'll be that with that. So, anyway, back to build. I've been pretty much on this for about 4 hours already. I've already, I just did the update on my F100 Super Saver of part 2 of the group build. I went ahead and airbrushed my aluminum plate on there by using DuPont aluminum paint with acetone on there. That's my plate formula that I use. Believe me, folks, that stuff works really good though. It's an old method I used many years ago that I learned from my father, and he learned from other people back in those years of the glorious days of model building, especially stick and tissue models they use, and using so acetone will not mar the finish. It will not destroy the paint at all. It's actually what it is. It's a dryer. It acts like a drying agent. Because I'm quite certain a lot of you fellows out there who've used Tesser's silver paint or Pactra's silver paint, anything that has aluminum silver paint that you can buy in a hobby shop that's used on aluminum finish aircraft, leaves finger marks and smudges on there, and it takes days and days on end for it to dry. But with this formula, using acetone and silver paint, it dries on contact. It dries the paint and acts like a plate on there. And as you build it up more and more and more, it fills in a lot of areas in there, especially any blemishes that can be seen. And it fills it in and builds it up, and it more or less it works like S&J plate, or even Alcaz, what you call it. So there's two different methods of doing aluminum foil, or do this method I'm doing. On the Hun, I gave it about 3 coats of my aluminum plate. I'm letting it dry, and tomorrow I'll go ahead and add the ordnance to it and finish up with painting and decals, and she's about done. So as of now, I like to be able to show the progress on it so far as I got on it. Excuse my back, fellas. Almost shines like my aluminum foil. Using acetone, aluminum paint, these are the results you get. And I'm just letting it dry a little good. So I went ahead and elected to go ahead and just open up one gun bay panel right here. The other one I went ahead and put the inspection panel back on it, on the other side, right above it, and I can put that in a closed position. And that was kind of like a late deal, folks, what I did on there. So I just went ahead and put it on there, and I don't think it was necessary to have all that open like that. It could be a lot more flush finish if I would have done that earlier. My closing inspection panel, I could have fared it off with filler putty, but it's pretty flush. It's on there. It's an inspection panel. It's about how it looked on the real aircraft. It's not protruding, or it's really flush with the fuselage. It's come out pretty good, fellas. I kind of enjoy this. Just got to take your time when we build these things, and I'll give you a little fast walk around here, guys. As you can see, that stuff really glistens. And I took up the masking in the nose wheel bay to show the interior green how it blends in with the aluminum finish. I masked off the canopy using masking tape and tissue to keep overspray from getting on the interior gray and also the pilot seat as well. This will be a dandy of an airplane when I get finished with it. Hopefully I should have this thing finished maybe by as early as Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. I mean, either Wednesday or Thursday. Excuse me, fellas. Anywho, it'll be done this week before the group build expires, and the limit build will proceed. And I quite don't understand what the limit build is, though, but I got a good understanding now what it means. Excuse me, fellas, let me lay her down, and I'll resume. There, she's down now. Anyways, limit build coming up is looks very interesting. I got a couple of models I built years ago. Looks like I can. They weren't lemon kits. They went together quite well, but it seemed like to me I can restore them a little bit, make them, repaint them again, make them a little better than they were. And I guess that's what he means by lemon build. I got about 2 or 3 of them I can do. They're very simple paint schemes on them. I have to check through my built kits I've done as many years past and see what we can do about it. When this little build's all done, I like to be able to start a build, the Battle of Britain build, in honor of the British. Like I say, English aircraft have always been my favorite. There's something about them that really that appeals to my eye. And I got to have an election on it, see if anybody wants to participate. I got a couple of fellows out there for it, and I got a couple out there are not too keen on having it. Way too many Spitfires, but hey, what's a Spitfire without a Battle of Britain? That was the keystone airplane of the battle during the Blitz. That and the Hawker Hurricanes. Like I say, I got my Heinkel 132nd scale 111, a new kit by Revell of Germany. I think Alex has got one of those too. I'm quite certain that he does. I think Freddie sent him a kit of that. You know what I'm talking about, Alex? That's a big kit. It truly is, fellas. It's a monster of a model. Anyway, back to the Hun F100. So far in the update of this build report on the group build, part 4 or part 2, I went ahead and, like I said, I went ahead and got the aluminum all done on it. I'm going to make sure it looks good and dry. I can touch it now. I can handle it now, though, but I just want to make sure that give it a good 24 hours to dry. Then I'll go ahead and paint the ordnance up and assemble them and touch them up with an airbrush here and there, and do the decal work, canopy, get the tires, undercarriage assembled, and she's good to go. Not very many parts of the kit in general. It goes together pretty good. I think the roughest time I had on was filing the fuselage top and bottom sections so that the seams are pretty well flush, and with using a minimum amount of filler putty as needed. Before I close, I'd like to be able to say, Aaron, I'm very happy you got a sick bay now, and I was really astounded. You got out of this after everybody paid homage to you and everything, and I get well greetings. And next thing I know, 6 days of beautiful nurses. What else could be? That's a good way to incorporate. Don't make sure your wife don't know about that. She'll kill you. But anyway, make a long story short, I'm glad you're out of sick bay now. You're back with the builds. Put an oxygen mask on your face, buddy. I'm kidding you not. And stay away from those acrylic glues, ACC glues, crazy glues, stuff like instant glues. So I kid you not, your lungs cannot handle that, because some things give off awful fumes. Especially if you put too much on there, they start smoking like vapors, like the smoke off this cigar. You inhale that stuff, you're cooked goose, you're gone. So any paints that you use, airbrushing, we sure put your oxygen mask on, all checked, ready for takeoff, and you're ready to go. And I'm glad you're home now and everything, and good Lord works wonders. Prayer helps. Anyway, fellas, before I sign off here, I'd like to thank everybody for your comments and everything on this build. The Mad Modeler, I need your email address. so that you can send me that cigar. I'm running out of these things. I kid you not, fellas. I smoke 200 of these things a week. And a lot of you guys out there probably wondering, my lungs look like a couple saddlebags, but I don't inhale. I just like the way it tastes. I've been smoking these bad boys since I was about 13, 14 years old. Never stunted my growth, though, but my dad, he got me a few times smoking cigars when I was young. You know, he said, hey, you wait till you get a little older smoking that stuff. And once in a while I'd sneak around the corner and smoke a couple, and you can still smell it. One thing, these things give off a hell of an aroma. You get it in your clothes, get it everywhere. But that's enough of that anyway. Anyway, just rambling, guys. Just killing time here a little bit. Anyway, stay tuned for part 5 of part 2 of speedy197's Cold War jet aircraft of the 1950s. And as of now, I'm finishing up my group build on the World War II aircraft forms. Get that done. And tomorrow I gotta get that albatross going. I kid you not. It's looking at me right now and says, when are you gonna put the limit of color on me, Frank? When are you gonna do it? And I said I'd do it for you tomorrow. And tomorrow I should make some headway on my F100. So I just want to let this aluminum plate dry for a good 24 hours before I proceed any further. Anyway, fellas, I'd like to thank everybody out there for your comments. And please subscribe. I'm very honored to be here with you guys. You guys are turning up some good builds. Panzer Bill, my good man. That Beagle looks great. Old school brushing method. Can't even tell. Can't even tell it was brush. I think it was airbrushed. Anyway, anybody out there knows where I can get some future? I know that future now, I think Pledge has it now. I tried to get some future. I ran out of future. And I went down to we only got one grocery store in Ohio. And I kid you not. It's called Kroger's. And that grocery store stinks. They ain't got nothing in there. And all the people around there think that's one big shrine. But anybody out there can steer me to a place where I can find some Pledge future. I salute you all. Anyway, fellas, I got to get off here. I don't want to get rejected off this YouTube, so just rambling again. And I'd like to thank everybody out there once more again for your comments. And thank you for tuning in. And we'll catch you next time, guys. And take care of yourselves. And be good, boys. We'll see you later. Bye now. And may God bless.